Hey, welcome to my menu plan and grocery haul. Still on Simply Filling this week. I was on Simply Filling last week, but I wasn't practicing. Put it that way. David was on vacation and then Christmas. So we're trying to get back to some kind of normalcy this week, with the exception of the holiday weekend that is coming up. But we'll talk about what we're going to eat on those days. And so let's just start on Wednesday. I will have some lima bean soup, and it'll make a big pot. So there should be some leftovers for the next few days to have for lunch until I can do my meal prep. Probably, it'll be New Year's Day. I'll probably still do it on Saturday. Just get on up and get it done. David will be home because he won't be working Friday night, so I'll get here and get it before he gets up. And then Thursday, Copycat KFC Bowls. I love those things. And David, he separates his out on the plate. He don't make it like a bowl where you put all the ingredients on top of each other. He has each ingredient separate on his plate. I laugh at him, but that's how he likes it. So I'm having KFC bowls. He's having KFC plates. Then Friday is New Year's Eve. I don't know that we'll have supper so much that our supper will be what we always have, and that is like summer sausage, cheese, crackers, and mustard, because we like mustard on the sausage and the crackers. That's just what we always have on New Year's Eve. We've had it ever since the kids been home. That was just our thing. Sometimes we'd add extra stuff to it when they were home, but normally just me and David, that's just all we eat. So the points on that, I won't be counting because I'm not going to weigh out the sausages and all that. I'm just going to eat. I'm just going to enjoy my New Year's Eve. And then I don't think it'll be too bad. It would be worse on one of these days if I ate out. I can promise you that. And then Saturday, New Year's Day, we're going to have our typical New Year's Day dinner. You have to have it for luck, which these past couple years it ain't worked, but one of these years it's going to kick in. Black-eyed peas, rice, greens, and our pork that we always eat is hog jows. I'm going to tell you a little something about hog jows. They're delicious, first of all. Don't gross out. I was watching Chopped just the other day, as a matter of fact, and they were talking about something in the basket, guanciale. The judges were talking, and they said guanciale is the cheek meat of the pig. I'm like, honey, don't be fancy. That is a hog jowl right there. So, if you want to call it something fancy, go on and get you some. They are delicious. They don't taste like bacon. They don't taste like side meat, fat back, none of that. They just kind of taste like a cross between all of it. It is, I call it pig candy. It is pure tea deliciousness. Well, I've looked on, I can't find them at Walmart. I've looked on the Instacart food line, and it said they were out of stock. So I told David, I said, you better hit them grocery stores and find my hog jows, because if I ain't got them for New Year's Day, I'm going to be upset. And if we can't find them, I'm going to just do some country ham, because you can always find country ham. So that's New Year's Day. That's not bad at all. Sunday is a new recipe I found for easy Brazilian black bean stew, and the way they describe eating it sounds just like a burrito bowl to me, because we put black beans in our burrito bowls. So I'm just going to serve it over rice with toppings, cilantro and avocado, sour cream cheese, those kind of tomatoes, those kind of things that we would put on a burrito bowl. That's something easy or easy for David to eat at home, but hard for him to eat at work, because he'll heat his food up in the break room at the terminal he's at, and then he'll just go sit in his truck and eat. And so it's hard for him to finagle all his toppings and everything. So that's why that's a good weekend recipe. And then Monday is also a new recipe, easy meatball stroganoff. And I decided to try that, even though our meatballs are the big dinner size, instead of like the small ones. That this recipe, I'm sure, is what it's calling for. I can make it simply filling with the egg noodles. Now that I have found those whole wheat egg noodles, it's just the meatballs will be high in points because they're not Simply Filling them any manner. It's those frozen wings we found at Sam's that we had before that we liked. And when David found them, he said, "That's those meatballs we like?" I'm like, "Yeah." He goes, so he grabbed them out. So we're going to eat them. We got them. We're going to eat them. And some green beans and squash. And when I say squash, I mean yellow squash. If I eat zucchini, I'll call it zucchini. Even though zucchini's a squash, when we talk about squash, we're talking about the yellow squash. And then Tuesday, chicken. When I just have the chicken or the pork wrote down, that just means whatever I feel like that day. So however I feel like doing the chicken. And a baked potato and broccoli. And that is it for our suppers. Now for meal prep. 2 new recipes. And I don't know why I do this to myself, because sometimes maybe it's I don't really love it, but it's okay to eat. You know what I mean? You have those recipes, and sometimes it's my taste buds. Me and David, we disagree on a lot of things that I cook. I think I'm hard on myself. He was like, "Well, it tastes fine to me." I'm like, "Well, it don't to me." So try new recipes. Oh, I'm telling you that. Try new recipes that you're going to eat on for the next 4 days. Is kind of a gamble because you just don't know, but I think these are going to be good. It's a bacon cheese frittata, and there's just so many ways that you can make a breakfast casserole with hash browns or without hash browns, but the rest of it's the same. Eggs, some kind of meat, and some cheese, and there's just all kind of different recipes that throw it together in different amounts of ingredients. And so this is just going to be a bacon cheese frittata. And then it will not have, I don't think it has hash browns in it. And then lunch, I found a recipe for Reuben soup. The frittata was found out of one of the cooking magazines my friend gave me. And the Reuben soup was out of a old Taste of Home, because I can tell where I cut it out. Whenever I have multiples or duplicates, now I'm giving them to Holly since she's married and she's starting to like cooking. But before, if I would have a duplicate, I save one, and then I don't mind cutting the recipes out of another and gluing them into my book that I like to try recipes. And you can look at the way it's written, and you can tell it come out of a Taste of Home or a Quick Cooking or one of their magazines. So, and listen, my stash, thank you to y'all. Some of y'all have sent me a lot of the magazines. My stash of collection is grown. I love it. I just love it. I really do. And then, so it's a Reuben soup. I just thought it sounded good. Now, it does not use corned beef. It uses the smoked sausage. Uses a whole pound, but that really jacks the points up. And I think I can get by with half of a sausage. It's gonna cut down on the meat in it, but I think it'll be doable because I have a half in the freezer from when I made something and I only needed half, and I froze the other one. I'm like, well, I might as well just use that, cut down on the points, and use something that I have in the freezer. So that is what I'm having this week. Our groceries will be Walmart pickup and Food Line. As far as I know, that's what they will be. So let's just turn around and look at those. Okay, so ignore Andy Griffith in the background. This is my teeny tiny Walmart. I ordered 2 of the 18 eggs and they didn't have it, so they substituted 3 of the 12, which works out to the right amount. So then my almond milk. Some of the stuff I normally get from Walmart, they didn't have, or Food Line had a better price, so that's why I don't have a lot here. And then I need to replace my Dijon mustard because I used so much of it on our cocktail sausages. And the caraway seeds, I didn't have any of those. And they didn't have any at the spice shop because I asked. That goes in my Reuben soup. And I needed a backup ketchup because you can't run out of ketchup in this house. And I needed some more cone coffee filters. And David wanted the Special K red berries this week. And I don't normally show you my TP, but it was such a good substitution I wanted to share it with you. I ordered the 6-pack, which I normally order, and they didn't have it, so they substituted the 12. So I got double my order. I just thought I would share that with you because that was a pretty cool substitute. So that is it for Walmart. Next up, Food Line. Okay, so here's my little Food Line. I had to get my half and half from there because Walmart didn't have it. And I needed some butter. And David wanted country ham this week. This is a new brand to us. This Hobie's. He had it last time and really liked it. So that's why I got that again. And then I needed bacon for 2 recipes. One is, I'm pretty sure, a supper, and one I know is my breakfast prep. And then for, I think the soup tonight is the celery and carrots and cilantro for our black bean stew and an avocado. And the green pepper might go with these things or it might go with this. I'm not really sure. And the avocado mash, it was on sale, and since that's his favorite, I went ahead and got it. And then the cucumber is for the salad. And I'm going to show you the salad in a minute. It's not going to be a whole lot. And the cabbage is for, oh, I've already forgot. You know I told you by the time I read my menu. That was yesterday. I forgot what we're having. And then I needed a bag of apples. This is the lettuce I got. It says a light, crispy, and crunchy, a better iceberg. Well, I like these that are already washed and ready to eat, but that's enough for like 2 salads. So that cucumber is way too much. We'll just be eating plain cucumber. And then squash. I didn't think I ordered this much squash, but apparently I did. We'll be having a lot of squash. And they were out of hog jows. So, and I forgot to put my ham hocks on the list. Apparently, I just wasn't thinking. I had it on my grocery list, but it didn't make it to my Instacart. So I've got to send David to a different food line to look for my hog jows and my ham hocks, because I need my ham hocks for supper tonight, and depending on how many's in the pack, for my black-eyed peas on New Year's Day. So that is it for my food line order. And that is it for me this week. And if I had hog jows, I will show them to you in case you're not familiar with what they are. But just look them up. You'll see. They're nothing to be scared of. So that's it for me. I hope you're having a good hump day. And I hope the rest of your week is a great one. But I will see you back tomorrow for the ugliest of ugly weigh-ins. So take care until then.